Productions. I know they're here tonight. So, to present this award, he appeared at last awards last year. We've got Jason Hill. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Terry. When you're talking about service to local music, I've got my notes because this fella has been involved in local music for no less than 60 years, and he's celebrated 60 years in show business and local show business. And let's give you an idea of what this guy's been up to. Having grown up in the 40s, the 50s, listening to George Formby, the Andrews Sisters, he heard the sound of Lonnie Donegan in 1956. Heard his musical interest and taste of skiffle music, just like many British rock and rollers, the Beatles, the Stones, Led Zeppelin. It was the sounds of the USA that caught his imagination. Fats Domino, Little Richard, Jerry Lee, of course Elvis. His first band around that time stayed true to vintage rock and roll and rhythm and blues throughout his career. He had many bands throughout the 60s and had success with records released on Decca Records, Pi Records. And he really has worked with them all. I've known this guy for 30 years. He's worked with Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, John Bonham, and of course his long-time good pal, Screaming Lord Sutch. And he even stood as the Stafford by-election in 1984 with Lord Sutch, had thousands of votes. It just goes to endorse this guy's ongoing popularity. And he was involved with BBC Radio Stoke for 35 years and even ran his own show as a DJ for 17 years and won many awards in the Radio Times. And throughout all of this, he ran his own record shop in the heyday of vinyl sales right in the centre of Stoke, and worked with Terry Blood in concert promotions, and really did support a lot of independent record labels, and he really has provided a great service to local music. And once you've seen this guy, he really has never forgotten. He stands 6'4", 6'8", with his Stetson on, his cowboy boots, his wire Turk coats, and a beard that goes on. He really does for miles. And ladies and gentlemen, the award, Service to Local Music, is bigger than Star Wars, mightier than Kong, twice as old as time, younger than most, and he's even darker than Frankenstein's toilet. The 2016 Service to Local Music Award goes to Stoke's very own legendary Lonnie.
He's on his way down, he's got a couple upstairs.
Good on you, Lonnie.
What a great guy this is, eh? Oh, Jason.
Whoa.
Absolutely. And of course, yours truly, legendary Lonnie, twice as old as time, but younger than most, out of that warm box and layer of soil, eh? Absolutely terrific stuff, as we say, and put those biscuits on the stove, without a doubt. In fact, we've been talking this afternoon about Jackie Trent. A sad loss many months ago, and of course I met her back in the late 50s, etc. And of course places like the Bull's Head, all the working men's clubs, pubs, etc. all round the Potteries. And of course eventually I would get my music published by her company. In fact, she actually, going back to some of the bands in the 60s, I was in a group called Peter and the Persuaders, and Jackie Trent wrote a song for us, Cross My Heart, which was out on the Oak label. Absolutely terrific stuff. And of course, we keep the ball rolling, 60 years on, and we haven't rusted yet. Absolutely. Anything you want to ask me, Jason? I'll tell you.
Yeah. Lonnie?
Yeah?
Is it really 60 years in show business?
60 years, yeah. About 1956.
Okay, is it true you always walk everywhere? Is that true?
I've never learned to drive yet. As long as my legs are going, I'll walk. Yeah.
Is that what keeps you fit?
That's what keeps me fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, 60 years in show business, legendary Lonnie.
Thank you very much. And I thank you once again, Six Towns Radio, who do a wonderful job for asking me on this evening tonight. Thank you.
Again, that's what it's all about. Meeting the true heroes of Stoke Dread. Everybody who's over a certain age will know legendary Lonnie Cook. And I got the chance to photograph him a few years ago, and he still looks exactly the same. So wherever he's on, we'll have some of that Lonnie. Okay, right.